is the home territory of the Pacific Coast League. From Seattle to San Diego, more than 1,700 miles apart, our splendid teams play, taking in Portland, Sacramento, Oakland, San Francisco, with Hollywood and Los Angeles in between.
Lane Field, which was located at Broadway and Harbor in San Diego, was the original home of the Pacific Coast League San Diego Padres from 1936 until 1957. And here's the site today, as it's been converted into a city park. Originally, after the ballpark was torn down in 1957, the area was used for cruise ship parking, and this plaque on the ground originally sat at the intersection of Pacific Highway and Broadway and was placed in 2003 by the Society for American Baseball Research. Here you can see the photos where the plaque was in the only remaining grass area of the park. And here's what Pacific Highway and Broadway looks like today. As you can see, much has changed. Despite having been there for 17 years, the plaque has really lasted the test of time. Unfortunately, the same really can't be said for the home plate marker, which is only 5 years old, but as you can see, it is chipped, and the top of it is absolutely unreadable at this point. Here's a photo I took of it back in 2015 when it was first unveiled, and here's what it looks like today. The setup of the park is pretty nice. The park is meant to look like a baseball diamond at this area. You can't really see it very well on the ground, but it actually has the Lane Field dates. And then when you go out to the pitching mound, they actually have the date of the first game and the last game on the pitching mound as well. And the pitching mound lights up. There you can see the last game. And then on the opposite side of the pitching mound is the date of the first game. The park design really is a nice tribute to San Diego's baseball history, though I wish they would have done a little bit better on the quality of the materials that they used. The condition that the home plate marker is in after only 5 years is pretty bad. I was told that the home plate marker is raised so that nobody would actually try to play baseball at the park. It's also really fun to stand at home plate and imagine what you would have seen standing there 70 years ago. And with this footage shot from the bleachers in the 1950s, you can get a view of the area around Lane Field from that time period as well. The area would probably be mostly unrecognizable if somebody was able to time travel from the 1950s to the Lane Field site today. As you walk down the base paths, they do have lights and are lit up at night, and the bases themselves are lit up as well. And here we'll take a little walk around the bases. As you round second base, the design sends the base path and the lights through the grass towards third base, which I thought was pretty interesting. With first base being located on the sidewalk on Broadway, third base is located on the sidewalk on Harbor. Here's a look back towards home from third base. And the lights actually continue down the foul lines past third base. And here you can see a better view of the full park past the infield area. And there are plenty of benches in the park, and the park is lined by a few restaurants as well. The Lane Field Park is definitely a neat little place to check out if you're in the area, especially if you're a baseball fan and you want to stand on the same ground that Ted Williams once stood on. Hopefully in the future they can do something about the home plate marker though. If anyone watching this video has any memories of Lane Field, let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll see you next week.